Hi, welcome to Quintly and welcome to today's Facebook Live video here live from our headquarters in Cologne, presenting the new version of Quintly that we have just released. So, my name is Thilo. I'm gonna be hosting this live video today. I'm working here at Quintly in marketing, and with me are Erika, our UX designer, who was involved in creating the new version of Quintly, and also our one of our founders and product manager, Fred. And so what we're going to do today is we will mainly show you around the new tool that is vastly improved compared to our old version. It's much nicer looking, it's much more efficient, and it has really amazing new features, but you're going to see this in a moment. But we will start with a bit of history, actually. So Fred is telling us a bit more about the development process and the background of the new version of Quintly.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, Thilo. Yeah, I'm happy to share more about the version that we just made, the default version, in end of December. So it's brand new, that also the new users can access it. And yeah, if you think back, I mean the version that the old version now has been launched in 2013, so it's quite a time ago, and things have changed a lot since then, right? So what we identified is that in 2013 we launched this old version, and it only included Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube back then. And 2014 was basically when we launched QQL. So this was when we allowed our customers to build their own metrics, so define their own metrics based on the data that we provide. And it was basically enabling customers to build something new, right? It's like whatever before you had to export data to Excel and do it yourself. Now you could really do it within the tool, right? And this enabled clients to build things on their own, and it was really new for us because we saw things we didn't expect, right? Because we provided that tool set, and on the other side now clients were building on top of it, right? And though now this was a big step for us back in 2014, and then over the years a lot of metrics have been built, we saw that the knowledge was basically locked down into the clients' accounts, right? So there were some clients making extended use of it, and there were others that were probably not capable of writing their own metrics, but they basically, this knowledge was locked down, right? And this was really when we started looking into also new ideas, how we could make that knowledge better available, right? And this is really the core of the new product. This is the Discover section. You'll see that is brand new, and yeah, Erika will talk about this in more detail. It's there to help you find especially pre-made dashboards and metrics that we have identified to be helpful for everyone, right? And this is basically a living system, so it can really it will change over time, and we will constantly adjust it. And it's built much more targeting towards actual problems, and not anymore these technical terms we had so far, where metrics were categorized by whatever interaction and post. Now it's really whatever you want to optimize your content, you want to do better in customer care. So we're really focusing on the problem space, and all of this has been organized in the new Discover section, right? And this is the starting point of all this, and we are very excited so where this is taking us, and this is really the base for the next few years.
All right, thank you, Fred. And before we're gonna go into the tool and show it to you here, I just want to mention that, of course, in the comment section you can always ask questions, and we will try our best to answer them after the presentation of the tool. And now Erika is gonna walk you through it.
All right, so you can really see on the screen. So thanks again, everyone, for taking part in the webinar. I'm a product designer here at Quintly, and I'm going to take you through a tour of the new tool. So as you can see, the tool looks quite different. When we first started developing the new version, we redesigned every component, including typography, navigation, buttons, and even the color palette. So by focusing on these details, it allowed us to create reusable components that we compiled into a design system. And by doing this, we have building blocks to help create larger features that can scale better, and it also promotes consistency throughout the interface. So first and foremost, we're here to help you analyze data. And since dealing with data can be a daunting task, we want to minimize the cognitive load by focusing on one task at a time. And that just means reducing visual clutter and elements that are not required in the immediate task. So first we actually started with our navigation. In the old version, we realized that the navigation contained major sections along the top and the side of the tool, and that just meant not having a distinct place to navigate back and forth through the interface. So to simplify the navigation, we placed all of the main sections at the top of the tool so you can easily find what you're looking for. So next we actually designed the dashboard section itself. So to continue this philosophy of doing one task at a time, we actually wanted to separate the dashboard list from the actual dashboards. So this way you can manage all of your dashboards in one view and analyze the data in another view. So this just creates a larger space for the dashboard and more space to view your data and focus on what actually matters. And while we're still in the dashboard section, I just wanted to share another feature that makes it a lot easier to change the visualization type of your chart types. So before, if you wanted to change the chart type of metric, you would need to create a custom metric in the QQL console, make sure it's a compatible visualization type, save it as a custom metric, and then add it to your dashboard. So now all you need to do is go to Edit Settings, select your preferred visualization type. So in this case we could switch to a stacked column chart, and we click Apply, and there we go. It's really that easy. So most chart types are interchangeable with one another, but tables, for example, are not compatible with any other chart type. But if you do feel a different visualization will help you read the data better, you can easily customize this yourself. So if we go back to our dashboard list, this brings us to another feature that we'd like to share. And this is a feature that's going to help you organize all of your dashboards. So we've actually removed the dashboard limit, and this means that you can create as many dashboards as you like. And having limitless dashboards requires a better way to organize everything. So for this reason, we brought in folders. So now you can file related folders together. So for instance, if we take these two Deep Insight dashboards, and we create a new folder here, and we just add those dashboards to this folder. And now if we check out this folder, we can also see that we can nest folders within folders. So we could create another folder in here. And we can see that we can easily navigate through our list with ease with the help of folders. So why did we bring in the unlimited dashboards? So this leads us to the main feature of the new Quintly, the feature that Fred was talking about. It's a feature that started it all, our Discover section. So this is where you can still search for single metrics that you want to add to your dashboard, but now we've also brought in dashboard templates. So we realized that having a blank dashboard can be a difficult place to start. And so we've gathered all the knowledge about which metrics can help you solve different problems. And we created dashboard templates out of these metrics. So let's say you're looking to improve your customer care quality on your Facebook pages, but you don't know which metrics to add. So this is when a dashboard template can be a useful place to start. So we can begin by searching for a Facebook dashboard. And we can even filter down to a use case. So if we go to customer care analysis, so here we have the dashboards that can help with customer care analysis that are related to Facebook. And we can directly add the dashboard from here, or we can go in for more information about the dashboard, take a look at the different metrics that are in the dashboard. So this one has user questions or user questions by weekday. And so these metrics look pretty interesting, so I'm going to save this dashboard to my main dashboard list. So now if we go back to our dashboard list, we can see the customer care benchmark dashboard that we just added. And now immediately we have metrics that are going to help us analyze the customer questions. It'll help us identify certain characteristics that work well for competitors and possibly for you too. And we can always add more metrics to this dashboard by clicking on this button here, the Add Metrics, or we can go back to the Discover section. So if we go through the Discover section here, we just want to make sure that we are searching for metrics now to add. And we can actually search for metrics in the same way that we're searching for the dashboard. So if we want to add more metrics to the customer care benchmark, we can filter again for Facebook metrics, and then down again for customer care analysis. So now these are all metrics that are related to Facebook and customer care analysis. So let's see so here we have a user post table metric that I know it's not in the dashboard, so I can add that already directly to that customer care benchmark dashboard we already started. And if I'm not too sure about a metric, I can go in and check it out, and I can see some of sample data that's already been applied to the metric. And I can also preview this metric with my own profiles. I can select different profiles directly here. I can also export it directly, the metric directly from here. But I'm just going to add this to that customer care benchmark dashboard. So we can view that dashboard now. So if we scroll down to the bottom, we can see the two metrics that I added, so the user post table and the user questions. And we can really start to customize this dashboard how we like. So let's say that I'm not interested in this metric right here. I want to remove it. I can delete it here. And I would also like to maximize the view of some of these metrics here. So I'm going to move this one down here and make this one also full width. So as you can see, we can really start to customize this dashboard as we like with the help of the dashboard templates and adding the more metrics from the Discover section. So that was actually an overview of the major features of our new version of Quintly, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that any of you might have now.
All right, thanks Erika for this great overview of our new tool version. And now I'm going to head over to Facebook and have a look at the comment section to see if there are any questions. So far I cannot see any questions. So if you want to ask anything about the new tool, if you want to know something new, you can type your comment into the comment section right now, and we will try to answer it to you. The cool thing is actually starting now, if you want to try out the new version of Quintly, the thing that you can do is that you simply sign up for 14-day free trial version, and you can see it and use it all for yourself. And take your time, try everything out, and experience all the new updates and features of the new Quintly version. And also the good thing is, if you want to review this video, we're gonna leave it here on our Facebook page. So if you want to have another look at some of the things that Fred and Erika said and showed, then you can just go skip back and watch the video again. There is one question I see now. the question, have you made any changes to the QQL editor? Maybe one of you two can answer this and also quickly explain what QQL is.
Yeah, so the answer first is yes, we did.
Yes.
So I don't know if you wanna go.
Yeah, we have made some changes to the QQL console editor, and it's going to be a constant change, and we're always looking for feedback, and we're trying to improve it to make it easy for you guys to make custom metrics. So it's a constant evolution, but we have changed that as well.
Yeah, and I can probably mention on that already as well. So because based on the feedback that we got, especially in the last days already, based on like more of you testing the new version, we already plan to do another like enhancements to the builder. So I think we got some very good feedback there, and we tried some new things. So that is what you see in this new version now that is online right now. But we even plan to do, and we have already further optimizations in pipeline that we would like to apply to make it a lot easier to write metrics, to see the necessary, let's say, pieces all at in one place and all in one view. But yeah, I think it just starts there, and the metric builder on its own, or formerly the QQL console, is a big piece on its own, right? So that will get a lot of dedication from our side to make metric building in general a lot easier.
Yeah, I think me personally, I'm really looking forward to see all the upcoming improvements also to this section, because I would say one of my favorite features in Quintly is that we can actually customize all the metrics. And for me, I've seen that if at some point when I did an analysis I was missing something, I could just fix it by myself with these options to customize the metrics, and just do some tiny adjustments sometimes, or write a new metric, and I could really track the goal that I wanted to track. So I think it's an amazing feature, and I'm really glad that it is now already improved, also the chart type switching, but I'm also looking forward to the future improvements. So it's really cool. So there's one other question. I mentioned the trial version that you can always sign up for on our website, quintly.com, but there's one question: is there any limitations to the trial version?
So in terms of the limitations for the trial, yes, so there is one limitation, which is how far you can look back. I mean, that's obviously protection that is in place, and we know some people sometimes run into this during trial, but it is actually a necessary protection, because otherwise you could basically pull out all the data really within the trial, right? And of course we also need to protect at some point, because the data gathering is what brings cost on our side, right? So it's a protection that is in place for good reasons, I think. Once you have a paid package, of course there's no such limitation. Other than that, no, there's no real limitation, right? So it's a full package. Other than that time period being limited.
Cool, and I see one other comment. First, it says congrats on the new design, so congrats. But also there's a question if we gonna introduce something like a night mode, so some darker colors for it. Is there any plans?
That's probably, no plans yet. I mean, there is a discussion about bringing the data to the big screen, right? And there's some more ideas than just bringing the current dashboard. Of course, you can put that on a big screen. It looks pretty nice already. But so there's some ideas for big screens. The big screen version, I know in our old version, it even had these dark colors at some point, at least in the past. So we might want to bring that back. Yeah, especially I think for big screens, it might be a good way to visualize.
Alright, thanks for that. Let's see if we're going to have this feature in the future, but you can always make sure, or you can always be sure, that we really take down notes on all of these comments that you ever give us. Also, when you contact our customer success team, you can be sure that all the ideas that you send to us are being taken seriously. And sometimes I'm even a bit surprised how fast some things get implemented. So if you have an idea, just let us know. You can also go to ideas.quintly.com and enter some of your comments there, and we will always try to do our best to listen to what you, the users of Quintly, or maybe also the future users of Quintly, let us know. Alright, so I would say we'll wrap it up now. So thank you guys for taking your time, and also thank you guys for tuning into this Facebook Live video. As I said, you can always still post questions or comments in the comment section below the video. You can write us an email at support@quintly.com. You can send us a message on Facebook or a tweet. So always, if you have any needs, get in touch with us. And remember, you can always try out Quintly for free on quintly.com by signing up for a 14-day trial. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here, and we are looking forward to seeing you again and talking to you again in the future. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.